So when we next saw Rich, he was running a pirate radio station out of Little Wanging on Time.
Oh, I love this episode. This is my favorite episode. It's the funniest episode they did.
Wait, aren't you the heel in this episode?
That doesn't matter. I can appreciate a funny episode.
I'm talking, of course, about Podcast 4, 1988, available in our podcast archive. Make a magic flashback sound.
This is a digitized recording B2 from Project Zamboni, JFPN last known episode. It was recorded from the Manworth Hill listening station on the 6th of June 1988. It is property of the Ministry of Anomalous Affairs. Its classification is Euclid. Please ensure only signed stakeholders receive via armed convoy with express permission of the Office of Temporal Affairs.
It is June 1988, and of course, once again, this song is number one, and it's like it's going to be number one forever. It is specifically Saturday the 18th of June. As always, the Joseph Fabian Pirate Radio Network is available on 316 medium wave across the whole of the channel. I am joined by my ever favourite intern, Jay. He has an interesting gimmick. He's from the future. Say hello, Jay.
Hey, Joseph. How's it going?
Yes, he says he's from Nottingham, which is interesting. Of course, we all know Nottingham. We're more familiar with it for the famous wrestler, one half of The Undertakers, the only Undertakers of wrestling, of course. That's Baseford's Bob Abbott. So, do you know Bob Abbott? Jay?
Can't say that I do, Joseph.
Oh. Well, he's definitely one of the best hookers this side of the time. That is certainly true. Today, we are going to be talking about Progress Wrestling. That's the name I haven't heard in nearly 10 years, but a tape was recently dropped on my lap by yours truly, actually, of a 1988, I think it was May the 26th. It was a tape that was handed over to me, and after I blew on the connector and obviously switched from Laserdisc mode to VHS mode on my television, I was able to watch it, and it was quite interesting. It was really quite interesting. Jay,
maybe some moves you've never seen before there, Joseph.
Yes, there were some very, very interesting moves. Of course, some of them I'm quite familiar with, like the Figure 4, invented by George Scott, of course, or perfected by him, as some might say. I mean, this is certainly very far away from the worlds of Mark Rocco and Marty Jones, of course.
Wait, this is all becoming really far-fetched now.
Okay, this is the far-fetched bit. Go on, tell me why.
Well, come on, Progress Wrestling, that chapter. Even though it was set in 1988, we all know that it didn't surface until 2019.
And what's the point?
Well, who sent them a copy of a video that only surfaced in 2019 back to 1988?
Well, whether you like it or not, Rich and Jay weren't the only people who had time-traveled who were in 1988.
That does mean that we do have to go for a break, because this is a commercial radio station. I am making money by selling advertising space, so I would like to introduce our next advert. So, yes, we'll be back after this short message from our sponsor, who recently got in contact with me for some reason. Don't know who he is.
Hey, it's me,
Jesse the Body Ventura. Pitiful lats, terrible delts, trickle-down economics meaning a lack of gym equipment. There's a conspiracy going on. A conspiracy against your health. Well, come to Jesse the Body Ventura's Perfect Body Shop Emporium, only available through our American Mail Order Distribution Center. I've recently become the proud owner of 340 tons of dietary supplements that no one will allow me to legally sell, and I'm passing the savings on to you. My dietary supplements have helped many of the hot American stars build their muscles to unreasonable levels, included but not limited to Dino Bravo, Marty Jannetty, Chico Santana. These have been approved for use in the WWF by your favorite verified Italian doctor, El Vincenzo McMahon. Just take one of these a day by the medically approved method of injecting directly into the space between your toes, and you will find yourself growing hair where you thought you didn't have any, muscles in places where muscles shouldn't grow, and it will make your pee a healthy shade of green. You can eat all of your favorite foods and still add muscle, including McDonald's nuggeted chicken, beef drippington, Wimpy's Bender burgers. It just takes 12 minutes of working out a day and a healthy dose of crippling diarrhea to flush out all the unhealthy muscle-killing toxins, and you're all set. Be the talk of the town or the beach by being able to completely use the only muscles women are interested in, the chest and arms. Just don't stand near any open flames or pregnant women, and you're all set. Sign up today for our 90-day supplement course, just £99 sterling, and get an extra 30 days free. Plus, that's not all. You'll also receive a wonderful cassette tape of my delicate, beautiful singing voice being utilized in the way it always should have been. You'll receive Jesse's workout tape, including lots of motivational and modern hits from the 1980s.
Talking away. I don't know what I'm to say, I'll say it anyway. Today's another day to find you, shining away. I'll be coming for your love, okay?
Order today from our American Distribution Center, care of Nix Camicha Kawawa. That's Morales number 43, Jacona di Placenta Centro, the American city of Quararito, 59800 today, or call our American operators, available on the telephone number 523515162631. That's so American, you can smell the apple pie on every box. Order. Dietary supplements require consistent injections to maintain muscle mass. Diarrhea has been known to solidify and block drainage flushing. These dietary supplements are supplied for novelty purposes only and are only suitable for dogs. Supplements do not come with their own needles. El Vincenzo McMahon may not be a doctor. Side effects include anal leakage, nipples falling off, impotence, losing the ability to see the color blue, 15 types of cancer, terrible dress sense, vomiting your own lungs up, black finger, popcorn lung, stomach ulcers, urethral bleeding, gout, becoming a Republican governor, oral flatulence, and mild cases of death. Please don't consult a doctor before taking. That was our sponsor. Very, very pleased.
Did that guy die at the end?
I think he was singing.
I think that product's going to be dangerous for people. I don't know why you're advertising that.
Well, this is a pirate radio station. We are born to be bad. Anyway. Moving on. I made a funny. It was about Born to be Bad. That's out now, isn't it?
Maybe.
Well, with all that was going on and all of the different things queuing Rich up to remember 2019, it wasn't long before he had telltale time traveler flashbacks.
A retardis noise.
Yeah.
Retardis.
What the doctor did, he went back in time.
That's it. That's her. That's the sound of her engine.
But this time,
I can't believe it. Grab your favourite beard wax and £13 sterling. We're going back to 1988.
That's
time travel.
time travel.
Yeah, time travel.
Time travel.
Joseph, it's me, Rich. This can of Coke contains your time-duke energy. You've been hiding from an evil entity known as OG Tazz for 2 years, posing as a human in 1988. But everything Jay is saying about being from the future is true. I need you to do something for me. I need you to open the can and drink the new Coke.
Who are you? What is this nonsense? Meris, are you playing a trick on me?
I've just explained who you are. This nonsense is called exposition, and Meris is a post-1988 reference from Frasier, which means the psychic time Duke energy is already leaking out the can. If you don't open this can by the end of the broadcast, all the time Duke will escape through the thin recyclable aluminium, and you'll never be able to return to the future. And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, because it means Joseph Fabian will die.
Die? You didn't say anything about me dying.
We're about.
What? Did you not hear it?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Joseph.
Oh. Then the magic can of Coke was talking to me.
You seem sweating. You seem.
I'm fine. I'm fine. No, it's nothing. It's nothing. It must just be a hot flush. Must just be a hot
Can of
flush.
Coke?
No, I'm not touching that thing. No, we're going to move on. We're going to talk about something. Who's OG Tazz?
OG Tazz?
Yes, I've
may
heard
have
that
met him
name
once.
before.
I may have met him once.
There was a tape.
In the future.
There was a tape in the answering machine when I first took this place over back in September. Oh, I first listened to this when I moved in. It didn't make any sense to me, but I want to listen to it now just to see.
Hey, Joe. I finally figured it out. I made some calls, did my research. You're rich. You're hiding. Too scared to face me. Too scared to come find me. But I found out where the station was going to be. My girl Alexa told me. It started broadcasting from Little Wanging on Tyne, September 1987. 3 months before I ran out of my delicious water, you know. The stuff that keeps me immortal. See, I've read up on you by hacking into the Ministry of Anomalous Affairs. Turns out the password was retarded backwards. You were very busy after World War II. Rumor is you even helped write the Mount Van rules to make sport legit again after the war. Again, turns out there's a Jake, the son. You've been a very naughty boy, Rich, and I'm coming for him. Got myself an assassin's number. That's the call I'm gonna make after this one. My name's Tazz. If only you'd let my plan come to fruition, I could have married Stephanie and been in the correct timeline. And we wouldn't be stuck in this neon graveyard with all these voluminous hair people. Hey Jay, still hoping for a spin-off one day. Me and you, around the universe, made us a theme song.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name's Tazz, derpy derp, his name's Jay. We fly around the universe all day.
Hey.
Just an idea, just spitballing with you there. We can work on it. That's what I'm saying. My name's Tazz.
So this Tazz person knows about my son.
Who, Jake?
Sorry?
Who's Jake? Who is that?
I didn't think he could have been my son. I mean, she was beautiful. And there were so many virile and strong and strapping men. The most beautiful bosom that I ever did see, which was, of course, the young lady that I met at the 3rd annual Von Erich Memorial Parade in Texas back in 1986. It was funny. I don't have much of a memory of how it happened. I just woke up one day and I was there in Texas. I can't remember planning. I can't remember booking it. So most of my life is pretty hazy before that point, but I just woke up there, and a very beautiful lady.
I mean,
It
I've been here since
really was.
1986. That's crazy, isn't it?
That is very, very strange. But yeah, she was lovely. Her name was Rita, and she was just beautiful. A bit big, a little bit Zamboni shaped, really. I don't know.
Was she bigger inside?
Tell you what, I got bigger when I was inside. I can tell you that much. If you know what I'm saying, I bet you do. Eh? Sex, yeah. Sex with a lady, yeah. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yes. Penis. She wrote to me a few years later, in fact just recently, and said that she had mothered a son, and of course the son was mine, and his name was Jake. And do any of these elements sound familiar to you, Mr. Time Traveller?
Yeah, I mean, it was on Tazz's tape, wasn't it? An OG Tazz that you just listened to.
It was. Do you think he knows about the sun, really? Do you think he knows about my Jake?
He might indeed.
Does that mean that what the magical psychic can told me was true?
I don't know what the can said to you, but you do look a bit peaky. I think you need a bit of sugar in your system. I think you should drink that can.
But it's going to taste awful.